This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. Okay, so we got Lil Wayne facing 10 years. We went over that just a while ago. A lot of people were thinking this is because he came out and gave his support to Trump. Now the feds are coming at him for a case that they dropped a year ago when they searched his plane and found a weapon and everything. So they dropped that case, but now they're reopening it because maybe, possibly, his support for Trump. We'll have to see. 50 Cent weighed in on it, and, you know, he had the same sentiment about it. We got Tekashi. He has a new movie on Hulu that's coming out, and his manager says they have nothing to do with it. And, you know, Hulu and Showtime projects are both unauthorized, nothing to do with us. The people in these are capped. They're not involved in any way. It's trash. When Tekashi drops something, you will you will know. You will know when he drops something. Next up, we got 50 Cent. 50 Cent reacts to Supreme. They were asking him, hey, can you put your differences aside like Jeezy and Gucci did? And he said, absolutely not. It got too deep. You know, this guy came after me. He said, my issues aren't with Irv and Ja Rule. They're just attached to the whole situation. So they come with it. But Supreme went after me and started popping off at me with a weapon. So it's like, I can't take that back, and I totally feel him on that. Now, Jeezy and Gucci Mane, we'll get to that in a second. That's pretty rich. Now, there's another thing with 50 Cent. 50 Cent is open to doing a versus with Game because the Game and him kind of had the same kind of career. They had, like, 50 Cent's run. Game's run was a little bit similar because the hype around him was kind of like 50 Cent, just a little less, but it was still there. And he was attached to G-Unit. And, you know, 50 Cent said, you know, this guy's always going to be a part of G-Unit, whether you like it or not. Like, even if you just focus on the discrepancies. So, that's a good point. And then they both have a lot of hit records. Now, 50 Cent did say he can't play records with my voice on it, which was a little stipulation, but I'm sure he's joking. They could both play those records, so they count for both of them. Actually, it would be better if they didn't play them, because then you can get the real just who's got the most hits. Because Game has a lot of hits, and so does 50 Cent. That would be a very interesting versus, because it's two people that had issues and don't anymore. Now, Gucci and Jeezy still have issues. They're just putting it aside for the bag. They're getting a huge bag to go perform at Compound the night after the verses. Let's get right into this. Okay, so we got Gucci Mane kind of sending some shade Jeezy's way. He announces the verses yet again, okay? And this is going to be an interesting verses. It depends on the records they play, who wins and who loses. And I'm going to definitely watch this. And they might take little digs at each other here and there. They're already doing that when they announced it. You know, Gucci called him Snow Cone and he called him Little Goo Up. Now he's saying, Gucci Mane says, go dig your partner up. And I bet he can't say anything. And then it shows a guy lunging at another guy. And Gucci Mane laughs at this. I think Gucci Mane's going to play Truth just to stir things up during the verses. I mean, don't forget, Gucci Mane did take out one of Jeezy's guys, or wasn't a slight affiliate, wasn't his direct guy, because Jeezy put a bounty out for his chain. That's how much problems they had after the So Icy record. This is going to be very interesting. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of security and everything. It seems like they're going to be in the same room because they're doing an after party at Compound afterwards. They're going to get a lot of money for that. So anyways, guys, that's what's going on right now. Hopefully Wayne can get out of trouble. We'll see what goes on with that. This is just a quick wrap up for this kind of stuff, and we'll get into some new topics very shortly. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. I appreciate you guys. Sorry for the choppy news, and I'll check you guys in the next one.